How are we doing, CVA fans? This is Dustin H. Chantilly here with Derek Loxton.
DLog95.
DLog. Check him at Twitter at DLog95. Check me at Twitter at HChantilly25. We're here at Eastwood Baptist Church. We just finished our league meeting for the year. It's held every year on Super Bowl Sunday. Just something to get fans out before.
Lots of youth ministers showed out.
Yeah.
Pitts.
We got a shout out to, what's Pitts' Twitter handle? Samir Frazier, if you're watching this, if you could hit us up with what Adam Pitts' Twitter handle is right now.
That would be great.
That'd be great. Actually, I could probably look it up here on my phone.
Yeah.
Derek, talk to us real quick. Well, talk to us about how the Philly meeting was, and talk about us just how it was a good time and any interesting stuff that came up.
Meeting was good. I felt like it had a nice flow to it. We did talk about a couple pressing issues, such as spring break games. Right now, we're trying to decide if we want to play during spring break because there have been some people that, or some teams that haven't showed up with a lot of people. So we're looking into that. We're looking into a concession stand. We've been talking about CVA camp. We're just having a lot of stuff that we need to discuss between teams, just vital, important stuff. So it was a great meeting, I felt like. Tip off 29 days.
29 days.
4th of March. Mark it on your calendars. I don't know who the league opener is going to be, but we're still waiting on a couple teams. But
it should be fun.
It's going to be pretty hype.
What it's looking like this year, it looks like we're going to have about 8 teams this year in the CBA. Right now we have 7 confirmed. There's 3 other teams we're talking with. Could have as few as 8, but as most as 10 join the league. That means we play 2 games on Monday night and 3 games on Thursday night, just like normal. And it seems like it's going to be a good year. We're excited about this year. We're settled in over at
Forest Park.
At Forest Park. That was interesting. I remember the first night of last year we got there. The people showed up to lock the gym at 5:55, and the game was supposed to start at 6, and we still had to set up the entire gym, and we had tip-off at 6:03, so I say that's pretty successful.
We got it done.
We got it done. And
PTO.
I remember the funny thing about the first night of the year was, there was a chair rack that we didn't use in their storage room, so we had the scoreboard right underneath the scorer's table. So I'm wearing a red shirt, and Crossland is playing, and Crossland's red. So I'm sitting like on the court pretty much just to keep the clock running. And
good times.
And Perry kept on wanting to check me in, our league commissioner. And if you guys don't know, I'm not much of a basketball guy. But
follow Fake Perry Swack on Twitter.
Yeah, follow Fake Perry Swack on Twitter. He'll keep you up to date.
He has more followers than a lot of people.
Than one of our refs at whatever Spencer.
At Stephen Fortney.
Yeah, Stephen's name is.
He does have more followers than Stephen Fortney.
I don't think he has more followers than me, though.
Probably not.
But anyways, let's see. Derek, since we're going to actually kind of transition to talk about camp a little bit, since Derek is our camp director. Derek, kind of walk through us about camp. What, since it is your baby a little bit, talk to us about camp last year and what our goal was with camp, and talk about how it turned out, and just everything in general. Just kind of give us a synopsis of everything.
Camp was a basketball camp we put on at Ishmael McGinnis for all the elementary school kids over there, and just the kids in the neighborhood. And we actually had volunteers from people who played in the league and fans of the league to go out there and help run the basketball camp for us. And the main goal was really just to minister to these kids in the area and in the neighborhood, but also to have a global vision as well, because we did raise almost $2,000 for Compassion International, which was pretty great, pretty awesome.
Now, for the people who don't know what Compassion International is, kind of talk about what they do. I know you, Derek, you and Spencer and Perry all support a kid through Compassion International.
Compassion International is a organization that teams up to aid orphans in other countries. It does team up with a lot of other countries in both Asia, South America, Africa, and then for just $1 a day, you can sponsor a child and provide them with food, clothing, education, stuff that if they didn't have a sponsor, there would be no way they can get. They'd have to be working with their parents out on the streets and stuff like that. So Compassion International is a great organization. Look it up, actually, if you want to. Look at the kids. Their faces are pretty crazy, just because when you see a face, it's different from hearing a name. And your heart will break for them when you see that picture on the website. So go check that out. because they do need sponsors. So
Kind of on Compassionate Internet, like what are the names of the two? I know you, Spencer, at Spas10 and at Fake Paris Whack. You guys sponsor two kids. You got both of you, the three of you sponsor two kids. Talk about the two kids, like just kind of basic kind of info.
they both, one's name is Innocence and one is Tegan. They both like sports a lot. They write us all the time, just talking about how much they love us and just what's going on in their lives and their family and all that. And it's just great to get that feedback because we do provide them with food and clothing and all that. But the main goal is to have a connection with them and show them the love of Jesus Christ through that.
You said Innocence. She is from India.
No, it's two boys.
They're both okay.
Yes,
Innocence, is he from India?
Togo, and then one is from
Uganda. It was
Uganda.
Okay, I thought saying maybe it was another person that Perry said he used to sponsor, who was from India, who he was going to try to connect with when he went to India.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe that's what I heard. But anyway, that's pretty cool. That's a great thing that we try to help out with, and who knows, maybe the next few podcasts we'll say CBA has a kid. Maybe the CBA child.
Yeah,
can
maybe.
Take care. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be pretty cool.
I agree.
Cool. So let's transition talking back to camp. We talked about we raised money. Kind of talk about what we did with the kid, like the planning that went into it, and let's talk right now. Let's just focus on some of the kind of the planning that went into it.
Camp was a lot of planning. We did have, in order to make it easier, we did break it down into directors. I was one of the main directors. I did help with volunteers and stuff. And then Abby Watkins was missions director. Shelby was registration director.
We have Twitter handles for them. We just
on
top of our
sorry about that. But it was a lot of fun. It was pretty crazy at times, hectic, because there were times when we didn't know what to do. So God really was the only person that could help us out there because we weren't even sure if we were going to have all the basketball goals until like the night before.
Yeah, I remember you guys knocked on my door at like 10:30 at night, and my dad was like, he was so nice, I would give him to him. I would just give it to him if he was taking it.
Shout out to Ace's dad.
He doesn't have a Twitter handle.
For helping us out. Follow him on MySpace. Or friend him on the MySpace.
Not MySpace.
He'll put you in your top 5 friends.
He has Facebook.
Oh, add him on Facebook. Or whatever old people have these days.
But that's 45.
Reddit, an eBay account, whatever.
But that's 45. So maybe he's 46. He's not that old.
He's still old compared to me.
Yeah. Well, you're 18. You're Okay. Yeah, I remember we talked because we had actually talked about doing a CBA camp like before, and it was kind of a couple years we kind of threw it out as an idea, and it never came to fruition. And then this past year, it was like it worked out like we could like for first batches kind of we had a little bit of like they were expanding their ministry options, and that forced us to look for a new home. And then Forest Park, for those who aren't familiar with the area of Boulder, Kentucky, is a neighborhood off the campus of Western Kentucky University, and it's a little bit of a poorer neighborhood. And the church we were working with, there's actually the camp was held right at the elementary school across the street, which was perfect because we were wanting to target kids who were 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So it really helped out that we were right there across from we could say, hey, this is what we're doing. We're here for you guys. If you guys have anything, you can come over here to Forest Park, and they'll love on you and they'll treat you like family. But it was being over there in that area really kind of showed us like, hey, it
opens your eyes.
Like, yeah, it really showed us like, hey, we can make this camp thing real. Like, it's not just an idea we're gonna throw around the street. It's gonna be legit.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And we did. It was. I didn't make it the first day. I made it the last 2 or 3 days. We have some great memories. Remember Doe?
Doe's out there.
If Andrew Deere, I forget what your Twitter handle is, Samir Frazier, you're watching this. Your boy Doe is still doing good, but you guys remember how much fun it was playing with Doe and whatever Pitts' Twitter handle, and you remember how much
Shout
fun
out to Samir on that dunk, the last dunk, the dunk contest.
I think I got ribbed on the dunk contest. I'm just saying. I had a monster dunk, and I got booed. Not just...
You did get booed. This is true.
I got booed, and I threw down a sick windmill. Although my 360 dunk did fail. I almost got it, though.
I just wonder what we would have done if we didn't have the short dunk goal. We would have been very...
Wes Johnson would have won because he was the only one who could have dunked.
Too true.
But it was...
most underrated dunk goes to Wes Johnson.
I thought most underrated dunk should go to me. But
no. Or Adam Watkins, if he's out there. If he's watching.
Adam Watkins. Dude, he got up.
He did get up.
He got up. Okay, so talk about now we kind of talked about the planning. Let's talk about some things that kind of joked around with some funny stuff. What did we kind of talk about the day to day or the hour to hour operations each day, just kind of in general.
During the season or
during
right
during the camp,
now?
like what we did every day.
Let's see. Camp, we had to be out there very early in the morning.
Yeah, that was some early
7:30 for the volunteers. We had to set up with the chairs and the tables and like drinks and all that, and then we had to actually move the goals. And we had to store them places.
We stored them
every
in the
single
school.
day, and it was the hardest thing to get them inside
was
those doors.
So hot.
It was like 90
The
degrees.
first 2 days it was hundreds.
The last day was pretty good because
It was like
rained.
70 degrees.
Yeah, and we actually played one of the championship games inside, which helped. And then when we set everything up, we had the first session, which was first through fourth grade.
I think it was third, fourth, and fifth grade.
Oh yeah, third, fourth, and fifth. That's true. And then the last part was sixth through eighth grade. And for the first session, after that was done, we gave the staff a break, so we had
You usually
lunch.
we usually have some. We'd have some of the ladies who were from Eastwood and just some other ladies who were from church. They came and Perry's uncle, because he's obviously not a lady.
Greg Swag.
Shout out to Greg Swag. Don't have Twitter handle.
Chick-fil-A and Zaxby's.
Yeah, it was too nice. And the last day was great. We had Subway, and me and 3 other guys threw down a 30-piece platter by ourselves. It's too hype. Shout out to Deer on that one. And the Riley brothers. We threw down on that Twitter. What? We threw down on that Subway 30-piece.
Yep, and then we did have the second session, and then it was cleanup time or whatever, which was worse than setting up because you have no energy left.
Let's talk now. Let's kind of transition. Let's talk about some of the last day of camp. We were able to give out awards. We gave out awards for most hustle, best effort, best all around player. But something more special we were allowed to do. We got to do with them. We actually got to hand out Bibles to some children, like some that we we just throughout the camp we noticed we really thought that it would make a big impact giving them a Bible they could take home and read and start asking questions, and that was a lot of fun. And we also that was the CBA camp award. I remember Suman, our boy from Nepal.
Baby D got one. He's out there.
KVD, shout out to KVD. Not to be confused with Kevin Durant.
Baby D, aka Derrick Rose. He is too good.
Oh, Baby D. I thought you said KVD.
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Kevin. Well, Kevin got one too.
Yeah, Kevin got one. There's a couple other people.
Kevin, as in who's a fan of the Thunder, the Lakers, and the Heat, and whose favorite players are Kobe, LeBron,
and Durant,
and D Wade. I don't know how you can have all those.
You can't.
You can't.
He's a
but he did. And then we had Bryant, who was call me Kobe Bryant.
Yes, and he was not Kobe Bryant.
But that was so much fun. We got to we
gave out 2 Bridgestone basketballs.
Well, that was awesome. We got to the performance balls. They're not quiet like they say on the commercials, but it was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Bud Agnew.
Shout out to Bud Agnew. We don't know what his Twitter handle is.
Go to Agnew. What's the
SNR Tires?
SNR Tires. Go out there.
If you need some stuff done, go to
need some fresh popping tires, as our commissioner would say.
Fresh popping tire. He would say that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Then go ahead and go out there and get some tires.
That's really it for CBK. Let's transition, and this is kind of I just thought of this off the top of my head. The very first episode on the live broadcast, we did Pick 5, where we picked 5 things that we wanted to talk about. If you remember my Pick 5, my Pick 5 where I had there'd be less technical fouls, Bruce would be Coach of the Year, which
is not true.
Which is already not true because Rich Pond is no longer being coached by Bruce. Shout out to Bruce though. Bruce is the man.
Also, we went by your church and we found nobody.
we found Carl, but not Bruce.
Yeah, we couldn't find you. So.
But let's do a We'll do a pick 3 again. We'll do a pick 3, and this time we're going to talk about Derek. Since Derek this will be his 5th year with CBA. We'll do Derek and my. What are your 3 favorite CBA memories? Actually, we'll expand. We'll expand. We'll do pick 5 again because I'm sure Derek.
Favorite memories or predictions?
Favorite memories from CBA in the year she's been involved with. Because Derek and I have been involved with the league the same amount of time.
There have been too many memories. I don't even know. You can start with number 3.
We're expanding it to 5, so if you want to do 3, you can do 3.
Okay.
They don't have to be any order.
Okay. Well, the number 1 memory, obviously, is the Eagles. I was a part of that team, and we did win the championship. Beat Greenwood Park by 12, I think.
I think it was something like that.
Rob Warren the freshman underdog,
The
pulled
mob.
it out with 24 points.
The mob.
Spencer was our leader, and it was pretty crazy. Gaddy. We just played amazing. That was probably my favorite memory. We were just so excited. That's my favorite memory.
One of my favorite memories was definitely had to be the Legends versus All Stars game.
Oh, I wasn't there for that.
That was
I was
that was a lot of fun, especially since the fact that we got the scoreboard to go up over 100, even though it doesn't go up over 100. At one point, it looked like the score was 99-1. And it was 101 to 99. So that was a lot of fun. We had to have some old guys who I hadn't seen in a few years come back, and it was also fun because Commissioner Perry Swack and I we have the commentary of that game out in the open somewhere. We're trying to figure out how to condense it and get it onto a podcast and let everyone hear it. But it was a lot of fun. We got to interview some old CBAers, some new CBAers, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And probably too much fun. Derek, we got another one for us? Look, we'll shorten it to 3 because I know you probably got a lot of memories.
Yeah. I'd say one of my favorite memories was I didn't play the first year, but I did go to a couple games. So just seeing how it evolved over from the first year, because first year was so disorganized compared to how it is now and unprofessional. And it's not saying it was bad or anything, but we had refs that didn't even have the referee uniform on, which is pretty bad. And then people it's just evolved so much, and that's why I love being a part of the CBA, just seeing how it changes and just to be able to change the CBA along with myself. That was my number 2.
I would say a number 2 for me would be, this is kind of hard, I'm trying to think. This is kind of an odd memory, but I remember, I think it was my second year involved with the league. I think we were I was a senior in high school. We had a game go to double overtime. It was between the Living Hope Lions.
Eastwood.
It was at Eastwood,
Yeah.
where they finished with 3 players.
Yeah, I think that was it.
We had so many fouls in that game that they finished with 3 players. That was just odd, just because that was just a long night. I remember the other thing about that night too was it snowed, so we didn't have school the next day.
Yes, everyone's recuperating from that crazy game.
Yeah, but that would be my second one. That was just a fun night. Derek, you got a third one you can throw out there?
Let's see, third one. This year, it was the First Baptist game. I don't remember which one, but Brett Riley displayed some crazy hustle by running out of the gym. The ball ran out, and he just ran through the doors, and we were all cracking up about it. And that just shows that the Flamingos have crazy hustle, crazy drive. So shout out to Brett Riley and the Flamingos for them always hustling and showing the best sportsmanship, except for the Eagles. We hustle more than you do, because we won.
Taking a rib. I remember one of my favorite memories was, this was not even a league-wide thing, this was something we did at Eastwood, was the CBA draft this past year.
Oh,
that was way too much fun.
I'm too mad I got picked last.
You did get picked last.
That was easy.
It wasn't really
Still
a draft.
salty
It
about
was
that.
it was a selection show. So everything was planned out. We knew that Derek was going to go last, but it was
I did not know.
it was a lot of fun. We got when they had the ding for when the pick was in. We had the Jetsons theme. We had videos from all the players. It was a fun day.
It was a fun day. Totes agree. Is that it?
That's really all I got. Derek, you want to add anything you want to say before we head out about this year?
That's all I got. Make sure you tell all your friends about CBA because we only got 29 days till tip off.
29 days till tip.
Remember that.
It's gonna be hype.
It is going to be hype.
We have a viewer.
We
have a viewer.
We had 3 at one time.
We did have. Did we tonight?
Yeah, we had 3. I've been watching it.
Oh, dang it!
We had 3.
I didn't know where the viewer button was.
It's right up the top.
I know. I just now noticed it. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. So
Probably Gabe South.
Probably was Gabe South. All right, that's all. That's all we got for Destination Tilly and Derek Loxton. We're gonna sign out. I'm sure we'll have another update before the season starts. We'll stop with Commissioner Swack and we'll have some fun with that. And then I'm sure the first night of the season we will have a live broadcast.
We will. Have
prior to tip.
Just watch.
Prior to tip, maybe even full game footage. We're not 100%
Wait and
sure.
see.
Wait and see.
It is
You
gonna
will
be
find
a
out.
surprise.
29 days. Mark it down on your calendar. March 4th at 6 p.m.
March 4th.
at the Tree Dome. If you want to watch it online, you can. If you want to come out, we got 2 viewers now. If you want to come out, or you might be able to watch it online. We'll see what happens. But
True.
this is us. We're signing out. Peace.
CBA 2013 to new heights.
To new heights.